But of course, if you're just walking around and you find these, then they're free. But these are like saw blades. They basically work on a saw by going back and forth. Okay, so the first step that we're going to need to do when we're about to make our survival knife is we have to keep in mind how big do we want the knife. In this case, I want to build mine about 3.5 inches, maybe 4 inches long. So as we're picking and looking through these blades, we have to make sure that it's mostly straight. Like this one is not gonna do. Let's see, what about this one? Nope. This one. If you guys notice, this one is mostly straight. So we're gonna use this one. The second step is to take the blade and mark out the blade shape. So we're gonna start off, we're gonna cut off the end here. Okay. So right now I understand this looks very crude, but something like this. The next step, of course, is to take a file and take off all this excess metal and start forming this blade into an actual knife. Of course, I'm going to speed up the process. I'm not going to use a manual file, but you can if there's no electricity. So we're going to go use the grinder. Okay, remember, safety is paramount. So I got my glasses, and I will not be holding the metal because I'll be using this. So as you guys can see, I've already taken a little bit off of the bottom, and I took the teeth off of the top. So then I have a nice handle that I can wrap with paracord later. And I've begun to put an edge on the blade part, and then I left the teeth on, so then you can have a dual multi-purpose blade. You don't have to, but I've already sanded the other side, and I will the other side as well. But then you can start to see how it's beginning to form up. But I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this a little bit more. If you have a sharpening stone, it helps, but you can also use the file to make a nice coarse sharpness. After getting the shape, I spray painted it. You don't necessarily have to spray paint it, but it helps to give it a more cleaner look, and it'll help protect it from rusting. Okay, at this point, since we have a just a standard sharpening with the file, so now I'm going to use a soft Arkansas stone, and then I'm going to finish it up with the hard Arkansas stone. Okay, let's see what we can do. And I'm finishing up here. I'm gonna wipe off all the excess. So now we have the blade, but we need to put a handle on it. And what we're gonna do is put some paracord. So the first step is to take and kind of stretch out the paracord so it doesn't, so it's not rounded, but it becomes flattened out. Once we do that, we're gonna take a lighter and we're gonna singe the ends. So what you'll do is you'll loop it like this and put it on the blade like so. And as you start from the bottom, make sure you get it nice and tight. As we get to the very end, what we're going to need to do is make a cut right here. And after we cut off the excess, we're going to take the lighter once again and cinch those ends. Careful not to burn yourself. At the very bottom, the piece of paracord that we left, we're going to take and we're going to pull. Again, that was what was doubled up inside. And then we're gonna just pull. Careful, this is a knife. After we pulled it taut, we're just gonna take it and cut off that piece here. So what do you guys think? Now let's do a cutting test real quick. So I have a piece of cardboard. Simple knife. So there we have it. A knife that cost us less than 15 cents to make. And that's not counting spray paint. If you want to spray paint it, that costs a little bit more. Paracord, I use 3 feet. That's, you know, a couple of cents right there. But yeah, something like this. If you take a saw